Okay.
No,
Now you're
don't stop share. I'm recording and now I'm making you host again.
okay. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody ready? I don't see Evie. I just
Wait,
see
hold on, Sean. You gotta make me a host. Okay. Got it.
Evie's there.
Yeah, they're in the car.
Yeah, she's there. They're in the car. They're in the car.
That's why. Gotcha.
So they're not gonna hear them.
But what about the Ahuva?
Ahuva's here.
I don't see her.
I also don't see her.
I think.
Hi, Sobs, I'm here.
We were just 10 minutes away from your place list about half an hour ago.
Really?
Yeah, we drove to Rehov Miriam HaChashmonait.
You should have come said hi.
Yeah, I waved to you, but you didn't wave back. Okay, guys, it is time now.
Welcome to Israel, Ahuva.
Thank you.
All right.
Can't wait
How
to
come
see
I
you.
don't see everybody? Is there a way to me see everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, go to view. Oh, Sean, you help Saba.
There you could click on when you see our pictures, you could click on, there are more options to click on more dots. I don't know if I'm explaining well. Daphne, explain.
I see you now. I see just you.
Okay, now click on the one next to that.
Icon Saba, and it says, I think, a gallery view on it or something like that. And through that, you should be able to see everybody, or at least most people at once.
It has like nine dots on it.
It's like a grid.
Ahuva, you're blocked.
Ahuva's camera is off. I think she's in her dorm, so her camera has to be off.
Oh, and also the okay, Ellie, I can't see you either.
Sorry, Sobs. Yeah, I just got back to my dorm. But
oh, there you go. There you go. Okay, guys. So it is Slichus time, and we do Slichus. We started last night. The Sfaradim started actually Chodesh Elul. And what I'd like to know is anybody we do Vidui, Hashem Magadna, Vidui, right? You know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So somebody translate to me the word Vidui, if you could, please, into English.
Confession.
Confession of what? Go ahead. Confession to do what?
Confession to do?
What did you do? I mean, what confess what?
Confession of sin.
Confession of wrongdoing.
All the stuff you did wrong, no?
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Vidui is a confession of what? Of all the things we did wrong. Everybody agree with that? That's how we
Sounds very Christian.
Ashamnu, bagadnu, gazalnu, dibanu, dofie, vinu, birshanu, zadnu, chamasnu. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Everybody on target with that?
Christian, you're right, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on target? Yes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, who wants to read our parashah yesterday? Perek Chavav, Pasuk Yud Bet.
Pasuk.
Just scroll down.
Hold on. Sorry, 1 second. Scrolling. Just go down here.
12.
Yeah, I know. I'm going up a little bit. Okay. Okay, I can read it.
Go.
Okay. Ki techale laser et kol masar tivuatcha bashana hashlishit shnat hamaser v'natata lalevi lager layatom v'la almana v'achlu bisharecha v'sa.
Okay, it's a very hard pasuk, and you need just to understand the background. Just a little quick background. Every time you take your vul, your produce back into your house or wherever you don't, first you give 1/50th to the Kohen, that's called Truma. You give more or less be'erech. And then what's left over, you give 1/10 to the Levi. And then what's left over that, you take another 1/10.
Mm-hmm.
And the system is divided into 7 years, which next year is Shemitah year.
Right.
So then you have the first, second, and third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Beseda, everybody still with me?
The counting of the years?
Yeah, you count the years 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7th, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the first 2 years, the 10th of the 10th is, the 10th of what's left over from the 10th is given to you, and you can only eat it in Yerushalayim. And it's a whole thing. They must have had a beautiful, beautiful party. I mean, imagine going all the way from Beit Shean with all the fruits and vegetables that you bring the 10th, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's year number 1 and year number 2. Year number 3, you just give Truma, you just give Maser to the Levi, And the 10th, but the other 10% doesn't go to you or to your family. You give it to the poor. Called Maaser Ani. בסדר? כי תחלל לעשרת כל מעשר תבואתך בשנה השלישית. Now we have year number 1, year number 2, year number 3. And now comes a position where you're going to do with the rest of it. You still have some left over from the Maaser. You've got to get rid of it. תחלל, לחלל means to finish it. כי תחלל לעשרת כל מעשר בשנה השלישית, שנת המעשר, ונתת ללוי, לגר, ואכלו בשעריך בשבעו. Okay, so now this is the 3rd year. I've done year 1 and 2 for my family, year 3 for the poor. Who wants to read the next pasuk?
י' ג'?
Yeah.
I'll read it. ואמרת לפני השם אלוקיך, ביערתי הקודש מן הבית, וגם נתתיו ללוי ולגר, ליתום ולאלמנה, ככל מצוותיך, אשר ציוויתני, לא עברתי ממצוותיך ולא
Well, so what am I saying to God? לא עברתי ממצוותיך. I did everything you wanted me to do, okay? Skip to Pasuk Yudalet in the middle.
What do you mean?
Shamati?
שמעתי בקול השם אלוקיי, עשיתי ככל אשר ציוויתני.
שמעתי כל אשר אלוקיי עשיתי ככל אשר ציוויתני. All right? בסדר so far? So what am I saying? I did everything you want me to do. Now go further, next pasuk Tetvav.
Should I read it?
Please.
השקיפה ממעון קודשך מן השמיים וברך את עמך את ישראל ואת האדמה אשר נתת לנו כאשר נשבעת לאבותינו ארץ זבת חלב ודבש.
Think what happened now. Asiti kechol asher tzivitani. Lo, there's nothing there now. Hashkifa mimon kodshecha. Rashi on hashkifa.
Hold on. השקיפה. עשינו מה שגזרת עלינו, עשה אתה מה שעליך לעשות שאמרת.
I did everything correctly. עשינו מה שגזרת עלינו. עשה אתה מה שעליך לעשות שאמרת, אם בחוקי תלכו ונתת גשמכם ביתכם. You understand what's going on here, right? What am I doing? I'm basically making a statement. I've done everything you want me to do, God, and now please do what you're supposed to do. Give us more rain or whatever we need. Everybody agrees that that's what it says. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody disagree? No. I want you to look at a Rashi that'll blow your mind. Rashi pasuk Yud Bet. Go ahead.
Sean, you want me to read?
Sure.
Which one?
Okay. Which one?
Rashi pasuk Yud Bet.
Well, there's a few.
The first one.
Oh, here, yeah. Okay.
כי תחלל לאשר אז לאשר את כל מעשר תבואתך בשנה השישית, כשתגמור להפריש מעשרות של שנה השלישית, when you finish...
Slow down. So, כי תחלל means what? כשתגמור להפריש מעשרות של שנה השלישית. Rashi explains it clearly. We're talking about the 3rd year, and I've finished it. Keep going.
קבע זמן הביאור והבידוי בערב הפסח.
What did you say? Who read this? Who read this?
I'm reading it.
Would you mind reading that again?
Yeah. קבע זמן ביאור והבידוי
Vavidui? Wait. Did you say vidui? Did you say vidui?
I believe
Rashi
so.
says that. What happened here? Is this the way we normally think about a vidui? What does it called, this whole thing called vidui masasheni? Asiti kechol asher tzivitani. I mean, unbelievable. So you look at Rashi. So, okay, so you have vidui be'erva Pesach. So Rashi calls this what I just made, what we just announced, that we did everything that the Baruch Hu wants us to do. What did you call it?
Vidui.
Vidui.
Hmm.
So you can, okay, Rashi said it once. Now I would like you to go to Pasuk Yud Gimel in the Rashi.
Yud Gimel and Rashi. Shall I read it?
Please, whoever.
ואמרת לפני השם אלוקיך, התוודה שנתת מעשרותיו.
Hitvadeh, make vidui, that you did the right thing. Amazing, no? And I'll show you, even if you had Siftei Chachamim, he goes into this even better because Siftei Chachamim explains Rashi. You have does everybody have Siftei Chachamim by any chance? No, okay, I'll read it.
Actually.
What you see now is unbelievable. Listen, Siftei Chachamim explain Rashi. Kelomar hitvadeh elibecha.
Oh wait, we have it.
Vidui, huh?
We have it here.
You have it? Make vidui to your heart. Ve'im lo ken aval me'as amata lelokecha. De'ika mashma'o mas'omar kvayadu lefanav. This is the most amazing concept of what vidui is. Having said what we just said, who would like to reconstitute, retranslate the word vidui? The way Rashi just had it in this week's parsha, the parsha in which we just had slichus, and it's Asham de Maganu Gazalnu. And what does Rashi call here? Vidui Master Sheni, Asiti kechol asher tzivitani, lo avarti mitzvotecha. ולא שכחתי, שמעתי בקול השם אלוקיי, עשיתי ככל אשר ציוויתני.
It sounds like it says here, like an acknowledgement.
Exactly. Go.
Like
ahead,
you're saying that you did.
On.
You said that you did what you did, so you're like reminding God that you did something.
But more. A vidui is an analysis of who you are and what you do. Unfortunately, most of the time, I really feel Ashamti, Bagati, Gazalti, Dibalti, Dofi. But there are times when I really feel I've done the right thing, the right thing. In both instances, the word vidui appears. We're human. Most of the year, we don't exactly do all the things. But the word litvadot means to look into your heart and really see what you've done over this past year. And then you can come to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, not demanding, but hashkifim on koshecha, I've done what I do. Please do what you're supposed to do. This is a relationship between man and God and man. That's totally different from what you always think about. Yes, maybe I did that. But there are times when I can look at myself into the mirror or into my heart. What does he say? What does he say? Siftei Chachamim? Siftei Chachamim says the magnificent terminology. I just love it. Hitvadeh elibecha. Look at your own heart. And that is what you really can do. And it makes a relationship between man and God and man to real. I know who I am. I have many, many weaknesses. I have many, many things, but I also do good things. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, yeah, well, I like to hear what you did good also. So the vidui, in the case of Rashi, it's called vidui Masa Sheni, and he says it twice. And Unkelos and what do you call it? And Siftei Chachamim hitvadeh elibecha, because we look at ourselves. So really, the slichus time and asat tshuva time is a time to look at yourself. What did we do? What could we have done? Have we done? Etc. Etc. And Rashi in this week's parsha gives us a new insight in what vidui really is. Vidui is a looking at your own heart. And some things I did wonderfully. I didn't do one thing the way God did not want me. And then do the right for me too. And we are very human. But the vidui concept is to look into your own heart and to be able to know who you really are. And that HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, hey, I like what you just said. So, anybody?
Thank you, Saba.
An amazing idea, no? We do it,
Saba.
and it's
Saba, you're
Rashi.
saying that-
I said, if
Saba, you're
anybody,
saying
but
that
Rashi says, but Rashi said twice, hitvadeh elibecha. Look
Saba, you're
into
saying
your
so
own
vidui
self,
could
and
be-
who are you? What did you do? And what we did some good things, maybe not so good things, but ultimately, vidui and asarti metru and the time of slichot is to look into your own heart and see who you are and what we did really did.
Okay.
Yafeh.
I think Ellie has a question.
Okay.
So Saba, you're saying that vidui is neither positive.
Well, I didn't say that. Rashi said that. Didn't Rashi just say that?
Well, Rashi
Ellie?
said it about vidui masot.
But what do we say then? Asiti kechol asher tzivitani. Lo satmi mitzvotecha. You didn't read it yesterday. You were a little bit left, but that's what it says. If you call that description of myself vidui, you have no choice. Ellie, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Incidentally, Ellie took over a person's laning yesterday, and Ellie, you should know he was discharged from the hospital.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Now, do you have any questions about the idea of the bidui, though?
Saba, it says the first 2 years you only give to your family. So you don't give tzedakah the first 2 years.
Very good. Okay, I like your question. There are different ways of giving to the poor. There is a way when they come to your door and you give to the poor, of course you give. But there's an additional way, and that is like a tax. 10% of your yevul has to be given in such a way to your family and given over in Yerushalayim. I mean, you can imagine what that means if you had, let's say, grapes. I mean, so of course you sell the grapes, you take the money, and you go to Yerushalayim and you have a connection with God. Don't eat every day the same thing in the same place and in Bet Shan. Take all this stuff and they have 10% of it 2 years in a row and make it a connection. And it's a meal that is, I could imagine how this must have been. You must have invited your uncles, your aunts, your nephews, your nieces. Everybody come to Yerushalayim, and they actually describe that at Daphne. They described that there was a whole parade of people coming and showing that, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you give me so much, I'm going to make a meal for 10% for this. But the third year, I'm going to give that 10% to the poor. Doesn't mean I'm not going to give to the poor during the first 2 years, but there are 2 years in which I've got to make this meal into a real special meal. It's not just, all right, kids, supper time. Take the family, take that 10% of your yevul, an amazing amount, either by money or by material, and make a meal no place else. Go all the way to Yerushalayim. And I can imagine, like I live in Tveria and Tzfat and Bet Shan and the Negev, bring all this food with, and they had a parade, and you had this magnificent meal together. So your question is valid, but it doesn't mean that because you made for your family, you're giving up for the poor. This is a tax, so to speak. 10% has to be done, and you've got to take exactly 10% and bring it to Yerushalayim and make this magnificent family meal. I can't even imagine what it must have looked like, but they describe it. They had they put special, what do you call it? Kishutim. How is it kishutim?
Decorations.
The decorations on the animal that brought this. I mean, it must have been a magnificent experience to do this. We don't have that today, obviously. But so, yeah, I think that 2 years are an opportunity. And you didn't have to go the same year. In other words, you could collect all this money, and that's the second year. And if you still have some money left over, then you had to basically eliminate that, because the new 3-year period starts.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice, Sabs.
The new concept. Every time you look at Chumash and you get a new idea, it looks new. That the connection between HaKadosh Baruch Hu and man is, look at yourself, know who you really are. Sometimes I've done good things, unfortunately, sometimes not so good things. But the vidui is an aspect of Hashkifa Me'on Koshechem Yashamayim. HaKadosh, I feel good. Help us out too.
Mm-hmm.
Yafeh?
Thank you, Sabs.
Thank you. Shavua Tov. Anybody want to add anything to this?
No.
Okay. שבוע טוב, שנשמע בשורות טובות.
Amen.
Thank you all. Love you so much. Be
Nadia,
well.
should I stop
Thank you,
recording?
Saba.
Have a good night.
שלום וברכה לכם.
I'm gonna make